What's going on, everyone? Lauren Sisler here with AL.com. Got my man Mike the Real McCoy hanging out with you.
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing?
Long time no see, and apparently you got a little something going on here.
I'm naturally baby face, real smooth skin, but I'm trying to do something different, trying to pay some follicles to kind of grow out of my face.
Hey, I like it. Looks good as we cruise into the holiday season, getting ready for the bowl games. Now, we got Alabama, we got Michigan playing on January 1st, and it's a little different this year because obviously Alabama not entering into the playoffs for the first time since the playoff era started back in 2014.
Wow.
It's a bit of a different deal, but look, I'll be honest. If there's one matchup that I'm looking for on January 1st, this is most certainly one of the better ones, in my opinion. I think it's a good matchup between these two.
Always. Two great coaches. Two really good coaches.
I was going to say, and that's where I think the dynamic is very interesting off the field. You got the two coaches, what's crazy about it, these two coaches have never met before. So I think that's interesting in and of itself. And then, some other big storylines in this one, and I'll start by getting your opinion on this. Let's go down this rabbit hole because it's interesting to me. Guys sitting out bowl games. Right now in question, we know Trayvon Diggs and Terrell Lewis are sitting out. We know that for a fact. Getting ready for the NFL draft. The receivers should be playing. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, Ruggs. They're all expected to play. Najee Harris, those guys. We're not kind of sure on the Michigan side of things who all is expected to play, so that could be indicative of how this game plays out. But in your opinion, do you think guys should sit out bowl games? What's your thought on that?
It's tough. Just especially like when you're watching pro level guys, they get injured when they have contracts and stuff like that. So obviously somebody is in their ear, maybe an agent, maybe a family member, and maybe they have a false perception of how high they are on the draft board. If an agent tells you where you're gonna get drafted, he's lying. It's like the stock market, you never know. So somebody somewhere is dropping a bug in their ear. But me, personally, I think both of those guys should play. It's a big game, and they have an opportunity to increase their stock as far as getting drafted higher.
Got that showcase. And there's always a risk. There's always a risk involved. But who's to say these guys don't go out in the combine and hurt themselves? Pro day hurt themselves. There's so many things that can happen.
It is. That's a risk getting out of the bed in the morning. So.
I was going to say, stepping off the curb, twisting an ankle. Hopefully that won't happen. But with that being said, it's certainly a big game. And, I know that the matchup in and of itself will be interesting. So you've been high on Mac Jones pretty much all season long when Tua obviously had to set out and Mac Jones went in against Arkansas. And then, of course, he went in the second half of the Tennessee game and then so on and so forth. You've been pretty high on him. We saw what he did in the Iron Bowl. That was kind of his first opportunity to sort of showcase himself all in. It's all Mac Jones. Tua's obviously out for the season. He performed well, minus the 2 interceptions. I think it was a track meet. Obviously, it was kind of interesting. But overall, your thoughts on how he matches up against this Michigan team?
I think, again, I've been high on Mac just simply because he's an underdog. Nobody really gives him a chance. A lot of our fans, they want the best thing since sliced bread. That's just what it is. You guys have steak tastes. So you have acquired a different taste. But I'm high on him because he does what he's supposed to do. Does he make bad decisions? No, he doesn't. He's going to do check downs. Check downs lead to what? Touchdowns. So that's my philosophy on him. I think he's going to be a good game manager. And I think against Michigan, I think he will surprise a lot of people. And I think it's going to be an opportunity for him to broadcast his skills again. So.
Yeah. I agree with you on that. And, of course, Alabama getting more time to prepare for Michigan obviously helps out that situation, too. On the other side of it, Michigan's quarterback, Shea Patterson, he's not been so great against top 25 teams. He's actually almost thrown as many interceptions as he has touchdowns. He's got 5 touchdowns against top 25 teams, 4 interceptions. He's completing under 50%. So not great stuff. So I think limiting turnovers is going to be critical for both sides.
They have a good receiving corps. Michigan has a really good receiving corps, especially that kid, Nico Collins, that's from Birmingham.
Yep.
Special.
Yeah.
Good.
So I was going to say, we know what Alabama's receivers are all about. That dynamic doesn't change. We obviously got Najee Harris. Alabama are they going to be able to run the ball against this Michigan defense? I think the answer to that is yes. So with that being said, you've got a plethora of receivers on both sides of the ball. Here's the deal though. I don't think that Alabama's receivers, I think it's a huge mismatch between Alabama's receivers and the Michigan secondary. I think Alabama's receivers are going to torch them. So I think that's where they have a big upside in this. Alabama right now expected to win this one by 7. That's the current spread right now. Michigan, the 7-point underdog. So with that being said, why don't we get into predictions? So look, I told you I think this is going to be a little bit more of a high-scoring game.
Okay.
You kind of gave me a little bit of the eye roll. You're like, Michigan ain't going to score. What are your thoughts? Like, truthfully.
I think it's going to be a mismatch. Now that we're talking about it and me thinking about it in my head, actually, while we're talking about it, it's going to be a mismatch for receivers and DBs on both sides. Mm-hmm. Michigan has a high-powered offense, and those receivers are big. They're 6'3" and plus. They look like me and Julio them out there. Some real stallions. You see it. So do I get my score now?
Yeah.
So me, I think the score will be 35-24. Alabama.
Dude, you took my score.
Did I?
35-24. I had that all up in that head, and you know what? Why not take it out with a bang? We got the same score. I love it. 35-24. Alabama's going to win this one. It'll be interesting to see how things go down in Orlando, January 1st, noon kickoff Central Time. Looking forward to it. Hey guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, peace, love ya.
Be blessed.